Hey y'all, this is Southern Woods here. Welcome back to another Ages of Conflict war simulation. The year is 1770. In our own timeline, this is 6 years before America declares its independence, right? So, in this timeline, the French are pretty much out of North America, right? They recently lost the French and Indian War, and that's partly why our colonies end up getting really upset with Britain, because Britain starts taxing the hell out of us to, make up for all the war debt. All right, a little history right there. So this is what it's looking like. All right, we are still under British rule, so we are still in alliance with Britain, which is why Britain probably has the best chance they will to win one of these simulations. All right, it's the only alliances we got going on. Let's see what will end up happening here. Who will come out on top in this battle royale? We have the first battles going on between the Sioux and Blackfoot Confederacy. We have Britain trying to take out the Wabanaki Confederacy in the far northeast, and we will. Meanwhile, the Choctaw were captured by Georgia, right? Georgia is new in this simulation, the last colony to be formed. Meanwhile, British Florida was conquered by the Seminoles, pushing up north, having most of present-day Florida currently. Meanwhile, we have the North Carolina colony trying to take out the Yuchi, all right, right here in the green, and it looks like they will. Meanwhile, we have the Lakota being conquered by the Crow. Other alliances are forming, like the Cuba and Chickasaw decide they're going to form an alliance. So we'll see how that affects things in this simulation. We have the Shoshone being conquered by the Yakutes out here in the northwest. All right, the Spanish aren't doing much right now. The Miami fell, the Osage fell, the Natchez just fell. Meanwhile, the Sioux were just conquered by Britain themselves up here in this big swath of red. All right, we have the Chickasaw revolting against South Carolina and Georgia. Or not revolting, but, battling against them. Meanwhile, the Innu pushing against the British very severely. We'll see how that goes. They're able to get a lot of land for themselves. Different alliances are forming. Just looking at the alliance map, you can see different tribes and whatnot teaming together. All right, North Carolina took out the Shawnee as well. So these colonies doing the British dirty work, taking out the tribes like they did in our own timeline. But also a lot of times the British helped out the colonies by taking out tribes too. So it was both sides. All right, we have 52 left. Now 51 as the Northern Paiute and Arapaho fall. New Spain finally putting in some work on their own end. All right, and then we had the Comanche fall by New Spain as well. Let's just look at the statistics really quickly. New Spain, of course, being the largest, followed by the Innu, Plains Creek, and of course British North America not doing too hot currently as more tribes take their land. That used to be their land, that sort of thing. Meanwhile, looking at economy, we got New Spain being the richest, followed by Plains Creek, Kiowa, and the Crow. And then we got all sorts of alliances, the second biggest being the Cherokee Commonwealth, right? So that's cool. Now let's see where we go from here. I think Britain may have won one of these simulations before. Cherokee became a puppet state of British North America, but then British North America was officially conquered by the Innu. So the Brits are out, but we still have all the colonies, which I think are still teamed together technically. All right. So we have our independence because Britain has fallen. But what will we do with it? Massachusetts also conquered by the Innu, so the Innu are on a tear. Meanwhile, New York conquered Seneca, the tribe of Seneca. All right, we have the tribes helping each other out. Georgia just got some money to help them. The Muskogee were conquered by the Seminole. All right, Muskogee, all right, residing in West Georgia previously. The Cherokee were just conquered by Virginia, so big tribe name gone currently, 40 years into the future in the year 1810. All right, I don't know why the calendar never works how I want it to. I can't ever get it straight. But, yeah, around the year 1810 is what would be. All right, the Chickasaw flooding into Georgia, taking out the Georgia colony. They're the second colony to fall. So the Chickasaw getting a little bit bigger themselves. The Nez Perce conquered by New Spain. New Spain really holding their own this time. They're proven to be the European powerhouse to watch instead of Britain. Blackfoot Confederacy was conquered by the Crow. Meanwhile, we just had Illinois get conquered as well. Chickasaw, they're on a tear. They're going to take out both Carolinas, it looks like. Take out North Carolina and South Carolina. So, wow, the Chickasaw really doing a number right now. Looks like they're in alliance with New Spain. New Spain was sending the Chickasaw some money. Meanwhile, Virginia colony has become a puppet state. And the Chickasaw fall to the Seminoles officially. So a colony basically became another colony, but to a native tribe. That's interesting. All right, we just had Pennsylvania and New York and Maryland all get conquered. So the only colonies left are Connecticut, New Jersey, and Delaware, as Virginia was also conquered. Yeah, you know, the colonists don't want to be part of British rule. What makes you think they want to be part of Native American rule, right? Definitely not in this simulation. Meanwhile, the Crow was conquered, and so were the rest of the colonies. So all the colonies are out. We have the Haudenosaunee people. They're becoming a powerhouse. Them and New Spain seem to be the ones to watch out for, as the Innu also falls to the Haudenosaunee. All right, we're getting close to 100 years in the future, so around the year 1870. Very interesting to see what happens, as we have 19 nations left. Looking at the biggest one, we have the Haudenosaunee, New Spain, the Quackatoodle, all right, and the Pawnee. And then talking about economy, New Spain, the Haudenosaunee, and the Navajo. Who will end up on top? The Chumash won't, because New Spain gets a hold of them. Meanwhile, we have the Miwok people really tearing into New Spain, moving south. A couple other tribes taken out as well, leaving us with 15 left. New Spain struggling to stay in control of their territory. All these other tribes have gotten the upper hand, so now they are in southern Mexico alone. Forgot about Cuba. Cuba's still doing their thing. They've landed into Seminole territory, pushing the Seminoles up north. Meanwhile, the Navajo were conquered by the Miwok. Navajo, one of those big prominent tribes in history. Seminole landing into southern Mexico, but it looks like the Miwok are going to be the ones taking out New Spain officially. So both Britain and Spain couldn't get it done in this simulation, despite having the most territory. And then the general captaincy of Cuba also taken out, this time by the Seminole. So we have 9 nations left, and they are all tribes. No European colony or province or anything like that made it to the top 10 this time around. Border gore galore up in here, as different tribes are making different moves. We have the tiny little Wyandot staying pretty much a dot. They haven't done much. All right, the Kiowa just fell to the Wichita. Different alliances giving money all over the place. The Pawnee just fell as the Haudenosaunee expand, trying to go back south. The Wichita fell to the Miwok. So we have 6 left, and it may come down to the Miwok, Haudenosaunee, or the Seminole. I know I like to jinx things a lot, so we'll see if I jinx that one really hard. Looks like the Miwoks are going to suffocate a couple other tribes. All right, close to them, or try to, but then the Haudenosaunee, wow, what an offensive. Taking out the Miwoks and now going to take out the Ohlone as well. So we have the Haudenosaunee, the Seminole, and then the Wyandot, which are just a little nation that the Haudenosaunee have taken a liking to, it looks like. And the Haudenosaunee are going to take out the Seminole, and then we'll see if they turn on the Wyandot or if they become just little friends that stay. Nope. The Haudenosaunee took them out and wins 225 years in the future. What a long Civil War that would be, or big North American war, huh? 225 years from 1770 is, wow, pretty close to our timeline, 1995. This is what the world would look like in North America, at least. Anyways, if you like this simulation, hit me with that like button. If you want to see more of these or outdoor videos, anything like that, let me know and hit the subscribe button. And, you know what we gonna do this next time around, all right? It's gonna be either dead in the middle or post-Revolutionary War. Probably dead in the middle. We'll see what happens there. But without further ado, Southern Woods out.